salt for this one. Alright, let's do this. Right. So, in the top right, as the red Protoss, it is feardragon. Feardragon. In the bottom left, as the blue Terran, it is beep. Beep. And his heart monitor is gonna go beep, 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 beep. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'm waiting for it. I know it's gonna happen. And I'm gonna feel so bad for this guy. So it's Cannon Rush. feardragon does one of two things. Cannon Rush or DTs. Now his clan is called Mass DTs. And I really want to just throw it out there that you should change your clan tag to DTs or cannons. Just to give your opponents a little bit more of a heads up. Beep is clearly going to go for a 1-max expand. He is scouting the forge, so what's nice about this is that you can determine that this is a real cannon rush before, you know, the whole like, oh, is it? But if they put down 4 cannons, you know what, it's probably real. So the SCVs are pulled just a tad bit late. This is something you really can't stop unless you figure out that your opponent is a cannon rusher. Just because you don't want to pull a second SCV against a normal scouting probe, so it really, really hurts. And try and kill the pylons, but it's just, it's so difficult. You know, there's so many units to actually kill. Marine first was the best move there. Marines build faster. But actually, I don't think this was the right call. What the shit? Why would you do this? No. Okay, so I didn't actually mind the place that Beep found himself in. The bunker was with a second Marine. Maybe you could have taken down this cannon. And then we would have seen how the game went from there, but this is just... The problem, I think, with this way of defending a cannon rush is that you don't have production, and then you limit your production even more by lifting your barracks. So, I don't know. I don't know. But then again, oh no! Oh my god, the Marine is actually so important. Oh my god. But then again, if you can save whatever units you have and actually run away enough, then you should be able to stop any pylons from getting up with the surround and a Marine or two, right? I don't know, man. I don't know if this is good or not. Really sucks to lose that second Marine, because this one is, believe it or not, vulnerable to the probe. This SCV is great. It's scouted and is continuing to scout follow-ups, so that's actually really nice for Beep. Oh, the probe does go down. Probably should have stayed alive. This probe's still alive, though, and with a gateway. Now, if this is a game where they both trade positions, I'm just gonna say I called it. We do have back to normal barracks production. Orbital finally on the way, too. feardragon just goes into a normal game-ish. Alright. Factory, I do believe that going for one base here is the right call. Don't try and expand from this position. So the weakness right now. So feardragon did not get to continue the cannon rush, which is great. This is what Beep was hoping for when he lived at his base and got away with as many SCVs as he did. That's fantastic. What happens, though, now is that you no longer get the natural main base defender's advantage that you're supposed to have in StarCraft 2. That's literally why every base layout is the way that it is. Why you have a very small choke leading up into the main. Or if you don't have that, then you have it in your natural, because they're trying to give you a faster natural, like, whatever, right? But basically every single map has this. Well, you don't have that anymore. So you have 2 entranceways into your base, and no high ground to take advantage of. In fact, it's your opponent that technically has the high ground right now, which is really dumb. So that's just something to consider. You know, if you're gonna try and build bunkers, it's not gonna be as effective type thing. But it is better than, I suppose, letting the cannon rush snowball and dying to it. I would like to see a Cyclone. I think that's the better plan there, but I'm thinking he was limited on gas, because right now the Terran player is not following a build order, really. And is just trying to remember how to play a normal game from such a weird position. So the gases were taken late, and the, you know, maybe he was gonna go in a Widow Mine anyways, so like Widow Mine drop, and he's just trying to stick to it, but it's not. I think a Cyclone would have been better. Widow Mine does potentially get a Stalker eventually, but it actually got a probe, I believe. So it's gonna die instead, so not too useful there. Robotics Bay from the from Beef's main base, by the way. Just okay. I would have expected a Stargate if there was more shield batteries, but we're gonna have what? Colossus? If it's Disruptors, why not? Okay, yeah, it's Colossus. Something about having the shield batteries there just made me think it would be Colossus. I don't know. But I guess it could have been shield battery or Disruptors as well. This SCV has not gone back around to scout. Just, you know, just a heads up. Like, it's not going to scout when it needs to regardless, but... Warp Prism Micro is pretty cute. You can dodge out Widow Mines. This is, again, where a Cyclone would have been so useful. Medevac on December Marines is also pretty damn good, though. Cyclone also would have been, I think, helpful against these Colossus, but definitely would have been nice against the Warp Prism. So Liberator's coming out here, I guess probably thinking along the lines of like holding his position. When really, once you see a Warp Prism, I would say like 9 times out of 10 to the Viking. Because, well, in this sort of scenario anyways, right? Because you're both such a low unit count. This is actually impossible to do without combat shields. That even if they got Stalkers, it'd only be a couple, so you could micro the Viking around. Liberator doesn't have any anti-air damage, let's just say it. Let's just admit it. And, best case scenario, just deny mining, which is not bad. It's not bad, but, you know, if you're up against a Warp Prism, I'd say that's priority. feardragon is so lucky. Does avoid the hit on the Colossus, and Warp Prisms do take 2 Widow Mines, or Widow Mine and literally anything else hitting it to actually die. Oh my god. Viking is finally on the way, and that Warp Prism should die. But a lot of the Marines have been killed. Liberator is only now just getting to the denial of that mining. I guess feardragon's gonna pull his probes and take this base as predicted, maybe? He'd have to kill his gateway or something to get out of there, though. Not paying attention as he is microing now 2 Colossus and the Warp Prism, trying to go back to the shield battery. That Stalker, that single Stalker, actually got a decent amount of damage on that Viking. And again, this could have been 2 Vikings. Imagine that. Imagine a world with 2 Vikings right now. Instead, trying to react route Widow Mine to help him out here. But it's not quite enough. Literally just like one-trick ponies. They got 1 shot and then they die. SCV surrounded a Viking. What's going on here? No, repair the Viking! Actually, it's not being focused right. Never mind. Don't worry about it then. I would have just said, don't stop pulling yourself into Colossus. Okay, so he loses all the SCVs. He's got 1, no 2, and mules, and then what happened to Liberator? No, it's still the. Oh, he mad. He is so mad. 3rd Colossus is on the way. Liberator still denying like 70% of the mining. feardragon was banking so much anyways, so he can easily produce the Colossus. So despite starting the BM, he's actually going to tap out after that. Stalkers are taken care of, so that puts the Viking back into a dominant position here. No Marauder production, no combat shields. 2 things that really could help out against Colossus. It's fine though, it's fine. Back to the shield batteries. 1 is still full on energy. Actually, he's 2 more back here too. So yep, that's you would have needed to start the Colossus or the Viking production from the get-go and really stop the snowball. But who expects Colossus? I would have maybe expected Stargate. Like I said, can I make it a reverse Cannon Rush in a Stargate Void Raid build thingy? But Colossus, I would not have predicted it. But the funny thing is that the response is like, it feels like it would be the same. Like, you try and build up your Cyclone count, and if you can, maybe afford tanks. Is it Cyclones again? I'm at Vikings. Build your Viking count. And if you can, avoid some tanks. Get a bunker to hold, I guess, against the Colossus shots in your Marines. It's just that going for a Liberator first, going for Widowmine production. I don't know. IDK. Beeb's not ready to give up, though. And to his credit, he probably shouldn't. feardragon is literally depending on these Colossus in a Warp Prism. And his structures. And if Beep had not lost, like, basically every single SCV, he might even be in an okay, like, a damn good position. But he restarted from 2 SCVs. So it's been taking a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and just demolish feardragon's economy, I guess, because the Liberator was finally taken care of by a single stalker. No? Is it alive? It's alive. Oh, it came back to help. But that's actually perfect. There's no stalkers on the offensive anymore. But there are some being warped in. And they are warped in here, one here, and another one over there. Okay. These are not upgraded Marines. But they should be able to take out 2 stalkers unless feardragon's micro is perfect. Oh, no. Well. Losing those units is pretty important. There's the recall to the base that did in fact finish over here. Yeah, that happened. I knew it would. I called it. I fucking called it, guys. I mean, I guess I called that Beep would take feardragon's base, but I half called it. Warp gate's about 70% done. 11 minutes, 40 seconds. Warp gate's almost done. Cannon! Oh, almost got the last deadline medevac. What a baller. Oh, repair! Repair it! No? Alright. That's fine. So Warp gate's not gonna finish. Pylon was destroyed. Cybernex Core is on the way again on the new base of feardragon. As he still tries to break his opponents. His stopped, I guess, with the Colossus. Probably just, it's a little too scared of losing to it to Miss Micro because he had things to deal with, I guess. And also, I guess you actually don't know where exactly the Widowmines are. Oh, no! Alright, well. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. To me, the War Prism should have been dead like a while ago, so it makes sense that it finally died, but it was taking so long, I just kind of assumed that it would never die. Which is my bad. Obviously, that War Prism was destined to die eventually. So the 2 stalkers trying to out-micro the Vikings was what was supposed to happen there, and it didn't. Every single structure of feardragon's main base has been cleared up. Now he's on his new main base. It's like he ditched his like 50-year-old wife for a new 25-year-old wife. And it's actually like almost full mining because the Terran didn't get to mine it very much before having to leave. Beep is there's a lot of missed macro going down here, but finally, I think they both have calmed down. Beep's like, okay, I actually can play this game out. This is stupid. So, going back into another orbital here. Disruptor, didn't realize there's a Widowmine there. Gets the kill. Opening up a pathway, making less of a choke for Colossus to abuse. Probably the way to go. And eventually you can take this base, I guess, as is natural. This army ended up surviving. SCVs, again, should probably repair things and given the opportunity, but alright, whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Wife swap, yes. Except Beep doesn't get a new wife. I don't know I don't know what, in this analogy, what this base is, but it's probably not good. He hired a Russian wife that's actually like 70 years old and a chronic smoker and has that raspy voice that just is not good. Good health. Disruptor shot. That's gonna be a good one. That's good. That's a good one. Beep not even paying attention. I don't know where his eyes were. I guess on muling is natural. feardragon will continue to get shots like that since the Vikings can't really leave their posts. They're the anti-Colossus units brigade, whatever, right now. But that will change. Hopefully. As time goes on, more Marauders will be added in here, and maybe the ground army could take it on as well, but that is a long time in the future. I don't know where this Liberator thinks he's gonna go. Does he think he's have a natural? What? Okay, just taking the long way around to try and abuse this base now. That makes sense. Fleet Beacon's on the way since we finally had a Stargate added on. So are we doing the full gambit of things like a cannon rush into a proxy Colossus Warp Prism into the Stargate, like the Tempest? What do you even call this? Did it see that probe? Did it see that Nexus? No, I didn't see the Nexus, and I doubt he saw the probe. Probably wasn't paying attention. Another Nexus for Fear Dragon. Alrighty then. Okay, I don't know about the Phoenix. Oh, I guess he was thinking about dealing with the Liberator. Okay, so there's Tempest. That's what we expected. The ground army of the Terran is really not so bad, but never took that time to add the reactor on the starport. It's been missing for quite some time. Second base is up and running. Could also get the gases whenever once. The worker count has been shockingly even throughout this game because Beep didn't macro as well as he could have, should have. But also because he lost 20 SCVs to begin with. So not to bet at all, not to blame him entirely. A lot of the blame is still on Fear Dragon. +1 ship weapons, because why not? Because why not? Flyer weapons, whatever the hell it's called for Protoss. This Warp Prism is still trying to get damage done. I don't think it's done very much, but it could be wrong. I don't know what the worker kill count has been at any stage of this game. So apparently, right now, the total is 39 workers killed for Fear Dragon. Alright. That's a lot. The Disruptor's at 20 kills. Well, 6 Marines and an SCV and whatever else he's been able to grab. Oh no, the Tempest goes down. Liberators do not have a lot of anti-air. That was a lot about the Vikings, but nice little grab there for the Terran, who begins to see hope, light at the end of the tunnel. Wouldn't mind if he gets another shot off on what is a vulnerable Tempest. Not looking too bad. Suddenly, it's looking very good for Beep, in fact. Fear Dragon. Where's the Fear Dragon special? What is this non-Twilight Council, non-DT crap? What is this? It's everything in the Protoss arsenal except for DTs. I expect more, okay? I expect this game to last at least another 10 minutes, and we're gonna see Blink DTs, because that's gotta be what happens. I've been right so far. Finally getting some upgrades for the Terran. Do we ever get combat shields? No, combat shields is for scrubs. Just kidding, guys. Always get combat shields. It's like the opposite of don't do drugs. Always do combat shields. Yeah, the fact that he's getting Marauder slow for combat shields, I want to say it's a mistake, but I actually think that in his mind he's thinking, okay, I'll slow the units that are here, you know, because there's like that many units, right? But then it doesn't work on Colossus, and it doesn't work on Tempests. But you know what helps against both those? Combat shields. Why isn't Fear Dragon making probes all the time? Well, he was correct for a period, I think. Oh my god, of course we're gonna have a mothership for. I haven't been paying 100% attention, but if you're fully saturated on a base, there's no point in continuing to make probes. So I don't know what the situation has been every single time. I've not been keeping that close of tabs. But okay, so we don't have DTs, but we do have a mothership. Big Mom is coming, and Fear Dragon taking the gold base. Finally, the Warp Prism dies as the Disruptor has 21 kills to its name. Not bad. This base is almost mined out. We're gonna have to have a another move here. The Migrant Fleet needs to move again to get her on its tail. 30 TC is on the way because that's how this game is gone. 3 base to 3 base eventually. Beep not checking around for bases for quite some time, or I think ever. This is the first time this Hallian's gone out to try and see something. Sees a base taken. Sees some probes weirdly not mining. Well, they were just recalled. So eventually they'll get there. But he should be scouting every other base, making sure that there's no hidden one. And it would be such an easy pickoff. Just a couple of Marines over here to kill this. Combat shields is finally on the way. In fact, it's finally almost done. I'm very happy to see that. I was terrified there'd be an engagement before combat shields. Tempest will certainly help against the Liberators. But that's where the Vikings come in. That's where the Vikings come in. That's where the Vikings come in. Just gonna go ahead and give up that position. Alright, 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 alright. This little drop, push out, whatever, does not see the gold base nexus. It's gonna go for the one it knows about. But unfortunately, uh-oh, where is it? I can't see anything. Where is it? It's underneath the flippin' mothership, which he did not expect, and I don't blame him for not expecting it. There's cannons and shield batteries to help protect it. There's not enough Marines taken on. Why are you staying here? What are you doing? No. As soon as you saw the mothership, you should have just said, God, no. This is bullshit. And left. We finally have another engagement. This seems a good army from the Protoss, but it's actually just not a very big army, so it gets utterly destroyed. Beep had a decent army. He had a lot of bio units. He had combat shields. He had a decent number of Vikings. And feardragon could not protect that investment. Very expensive units there to lose. It still has his mothership. Still has second base. Still has a third base that he's once again going to recall probes to. Because Protoss things. But Beep, I feel like Beep's going to win this one. That's why I wanted to see DTs. I think DTs are the way back in it. Oh, yeah. Townia, I know how I lose as a Terran player, and I was not going to lose to 3 Tempest and 3 Colossus. But what I would lose to are DTs killing every part of my base and jumping on top of my army. So I'm just hoping we get there. feardragon's like really low in army supply, but Beep is so scared. He's like built up this Protoss in his mind that even after killing what is the basis of a Protoss death ball, right? Colossus and Tempest. Not a lot of them, but it's the basis of it. Even after doing that, he's still like so fucking scared of this Protoss that he is not gonna push up this ramp. Even though it's only 2 Disruptors and a Tempest. That's it. The mothership's not here. He could absolutely push into this. He might lose a good chunk of his army to 1 Disruptor shot because the shield battery would like maybe save him from being focus fired. But I don't think it would actually hold the ramp. Unless Beep just didn't focus fire at all. Like, I don't know. It was really dumb. It's an okay Disruptor shot. This one's gonna be okay as well. It's gonna just, unfortunately, what that did was just instill the, like, the idea was already there. This Protoss is gonna be, like, unbeatable, like, you can't break this. That just reinforced it in Beep's mind. I can, like, almost guarantee it. I can, like, look into this Terran's mind and know exactly what he's thinking as a Terran who hates Protoss. When I play against them. Watching them, you know, do whatever you want to other people. But I suck versus Protoss. And I know what I'd be thinking after that. But, again, just, he scanned. He saw how big the army was. It's not that big. If you had just focused the Disruptors, the second one would have definitely not even gotten a shot. DTs are gonna win this. I knew it. I called it. There's not gonna be any scans. Beef's not gonna have missile turrets. He's gonna lose his economy, and then the DTs will blink on top of the army that's left over, and it'll kill the army. Beep, oh Beep, please find his nexus. It's such an easy, oh, it's not actually easy anymore. Never mind, the DTs are being warped in there. If the DTs weren't there, it's something he could still take down, but the DTs are gonna pose a problem. Already getting swipes off. Already killing like half of the army. No. In a weird way, though, I would prefer the Terrans seeing this with this army, right? Like, it sucks that he couldn't kill the gold base before it was nice and defended, but at least he saw the mass DTs before it went even worse. But B, please don't underestimate DTs. Oh my god, where's the Raven? Where's the turrets? Okay, 1 missile turret's on the way. As well, feardragon has 3 bases. Beep does as well. 4th base actually on the way too. And he needs to protect those bases, but it's very difficult to protect your bases, even with a bunker and a missile turret. That many TTs will kill it. He's gonna commit hard to this. Very hard. Where's the scan? The scan goes down, but it only catches 1 DT. That still leaves 15 DTs. Fear Dragon's armor supply went from like 20 to almost 60 because of all DTs. There goes the base. There's nothing here to defend it. Cancel command center. Yep. Now you also can't scan from lifted command centers. Don't forget that. And this army has taken losses to cannons. Any losses whatsoever is bad news. And the Vikings aren't really helping right now. DT's going after another base. Oh, lift it! Why would you repair it? He's gonna lose his command centers. They're both burning right now. He has 1 scan available on this one, and he's close to a second one. Okay, he's got one. But that's when Blink gets involved. Command center. It's still burning, but oh, good scan here. Actually catches the DTs without Blink, so gets like 3 or 4 of them. Actually, even more than that. I underestimated. Okay, 9 go down. In total, we're still at 17 DTs. No scan. He's walking literally into the DTs. More DTs are on the way. Decides to blink away, but then miss micros the topside DTs. There's so many mistakes being made. Fear Dragon now down to 6 DTs. The command centers are still burning. Okay, this one's being repaired. This one still has a little bit of health. You can't really drop a mule to repair it, though. It needs the scans. +3 attack is almost done. No, it's +2. Okay, phew. Thank God. But still, +2 attack is almost done for the DTs. Beep on almost 3-2 himself, though. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, but anytime he pushes in to his opponent's base, he's leaving his economy wide open. There is no split of Beep's army right now. It's pretty bad. Speaking of not having anything, we also have no mineral income for our Terran player at 0 minerals. Nothing being gained. Fear Dragon sure is running out of minerals in his main, and I guess in his natural, but he has a lot banked up here, and it's gonna have at least more mining than the Terran in just a few short seconds. This base looks like it's gonna go ahead and burn down. Nothing's repairing, and he ran out of minerals to keep repairing, and nothing is mining. Nothing is mining. He's gonna lose guaranteed 1 command center. Guaranteed. The other 2 will have to consistently lift and land, lift and land, lift and land to do the mules. Beep! Beep! If you were mad before, man, I can only imagine how mad he is right now. Oh, God. I saw it coming, too. This makes me want to barf. Oh, yeah. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Feed on the hatred. Oh, what's that? You wanted to kill a DT? I know. Just blinking. So he guaranteed, like, it just forces out 2 scans instead of just the 1. Beep is dead. Beep is gonna die. Beep had a 70 armor supply lead at one point and is going to die. Oh, you don't watch this replay as a Terran player. You quit StarCraft for like a month after this one. It's so sad. It's so sad. My heart! And then he has to run into disruptors, which again, I have this feeling that he's not going to focus fire them. Oh, and then not only disruptors. Yeah, storm finished a while ago. 3 storms at least. No, 6 storms. Those high Templars are full energy. There is no way at this point he's breaking up that ramp. When there was only disruptors? Meh. When it was only disruptors and DTs? Meh. Only DTs and storms? Actually, you probably still don't break up that ramp. Okay, big old doom drop. If you can't break the ramp, then just go around the ramp. I'm liking what he's thinking. I'm liking the thought process here. Is that his thought process? Okay, he doesn't left his command center, so 1 is alive. That's it, though. Just 1, and it's gonna have to land somewhere to provide a scan. Oh, I totally forgot about the mothership! He needs a scan just to kill a base! The Vikings actually could probably kill the mothership, I guess. Fear Dragon doesn't realize the army has done this. So that's the good news for the Terran. But then... What is gonna happen? Hello, surprise! Disruptor just used a shot like a wood of mine, I think, so that's one less Disruptor. But here come the storms. No peel off from the Marauders there. They bathe in the storms. Oh my god! Just literally running into every single one. Why? No! That's it. That's scam. You're dead. You don't have enough anti-air to kill a Tempest. Oh wait, no, his Viking is still alive. It's just that he has no Marines. Well, the Tempest is still protected by the shield battery, so is that enough Vikings? Is that enough anti-air? Yes, it is, actually. Whew, Tempest that quickly. Alright. Still got Marauders alive. We got one more storm here. I'd say go on the Vikings. Oh, the Mothership. Big Mama. Doesn't get the storm, by the way. But the Mothership also is not really doing a lot to the Vikings. What an unimpressive Mothership. Time Warp also slows the attack, I believe, but... Oh, God! I was only so helpful. Just hope it doesn't get the most beautiful shot I've ever seen. Only 2 Marauders. That's not enough. Not yet. Technically, now that he's killed the Stargate, Beep could try and force a draw by killing the production. Fear Dragon does have enough minerals and gas to produce another Stargate. Oh, no. What about that? Oh, my God. Check Terran's vision for this part to make sense. Okay, he doesn't know about this base. Yeah, doesn't see all the production here. He's pretty mad. What the fuck is this, by the way? What the hell is this? Okay, where are you going, buddy? It's one scan, one pretty good scan. Kills 2 DTs. Mothership actually moved vision to the top base because it cloaked the buildings. Wait. Alright, he finally taps out. That BM wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The Mothership actually moved vision to the top base. Wait, yeah, what are you talking about? Okay. We got Fear Dragon in chat here. When the drop was retreating, so like around this point. Okay, I think I see what we're thinking. So when he retreats, he didn't realize there was a bunch of cannons. That's what you're pointing out. Gotcha. So he knew there was a nexus. Oh, he figured it was a nexus, but he didn't realize how many cannons were there. Okay. The thing is, Fear Dragon, as a Terran player, I can also say that my initial instinct is to boost literally backwards. So that's all I thought. That's all I thought he was doing.
Base is on.
But you're right. He probably thought he could initiate the base trade by killing the nexus. Yeah. GG. Or was it? Was it a good game,